Hi guys, my name is Darrenacia Harrelson. Attached, I just did a PowerPoint, so I'm just gonna piggyback off of that and just reiterate everything that I typed. So please bear with me because I am not very good with the tech savvy and work with me, please. And please make sure you leave comments about what I need to work on, how to fix it, and how to be better. I hope you guys receive this information as clearly as I expect you to. Hopefully. That's just the goal here. So, consent is basically a authorization for operations or anything to do with another human. So, before I put my hands on you, I want to ask for permission. And this does not go for general things. Like if we're in a nursing home setting, of course, I don't really need consent to wash your body. However, if you do refuse it, I have to respect that. So, we want consent. I'm going to explain the importance of it and everything else as well. You need consent for surgery. You need it for placing catheters, removing catheters. We need permission before we touch another human. So, there are four types of consent that I explained within the video. That those are not the only types of consent. Consent is a very broad topic and it goes very far. But we're going to keep it into healthcare for today. So there's implied consent, which is kind of leery to me because it's just body gestures and body language. And just because you're shaking your head yes doesn't always mean yes. However, that is a type of consent, body language, and that's implied. Then we have express consent, which is verbal. Yes, you can touch me. No, I don't want your help. Then we have informed, which is from informed consent is more so from a doctor to a patient, doctor, physician, etc. So this type of consent is where we're going to explain the risk. We're going to explain why it is beneficial, why it's not beneficial. You need to explain what's going on. Hey, I'm going to remove your esophagus. Here's why I'm going to remove it. Here's how it's going to help you. We want to explain everything. And then we have unanimous consent, which is voted. So I'll use my mom for example. We have four. My mom had four children. So amongst us, we don't have an assigned POA. So we would vote for what to do with her in surgery placement. So if she needs surgery, we will vote against it or for her to get the surgery. That's unanimous. You need consent because you're going to get in legal trouble if not. You don't want to do something for somebody that they don't want or that you don't know if they want, you know? So consent is very, very, very important. The example that I attached was one of a patient who had breast cancer. She ended up getting surgery. Then she went through chemotherapy. While in chemotherapy, they switched her over through chemo onto radiation. Well, when she was getting the radiation, she was getting so much of it, and I don't think that's why, but it probably was a reaction to her spinal tap. She ended up having like an injury, and now she's paralyzed. And she blames the doctor for not informing her on the risk. Had the doctor told her that, hey, you could be paralyzed, she may have not gotten radiation. So the doctor is at fault because he should have explained everything to her. This is why informing people of consent is so important. It's very important to just explain and inform people of what's going on. And then also everyone has the right to say no. It's my human body. If I don't want this, then no. There's people who I've seen refuse dialysis, and yes, it was fatal, but they have the right to refuse. It's their human body, and especially if you're sound of mind, if I don't want to go through this pain, I have the right to say no. So please respect the people's rights. You just document it. So if someone say no, I don't want my hair braided or whatever for religious purposes. Wait, hair was off top. I'm so sorry. But regardless, if they say no to something, you just document it. You wanna get the proper paperwork. In the healthcare field, documentation is about everything. Everything. And you can get in all kinds of trouble or conditionings can get worse. And, I'm not saying just to protect yourself, but you want to protect the client as well, the patient as well. You want documentation for the health history. You want to say, hey, such and such refused this treatment so that we don't assume that she has received it or that we just didn't give it to her. We want consent. We want documentation. So, I hope this has helped a little bit. I'm all over the place, so excuse me because I'm not used to it. So, like I said, leave a comment and let me know how can I better myself with presenting this. Hold on, babe.